So let's do a little bit more with audio now. Let's show how to cut audio in a particular place. You simply select with your cursor where you'd like to cut the audio and just go Control E or Command E, and that will make an incision and it will chop the audio into 2 bits in this case. You can now select the audio that you don't want and simply hit delete, and then at this point you can drag the remaining audio wherever you like. So you can always make incisions in the audio. Now if you don't want to delete stuff entirely, you can still cut the audio, and let's say I just wanted to save part of this audio as a file. Select the bit that you want to save as a file and just go File, Bounce to Disk, and that will just send the selected bit of audio off to be saved as a WAV file. One other nice thing to have in Pro Tools, and take care before you do this to have highlighted the little A to Z button that you'll see over there, which I've just circled. If you click on that, that actually activates 1 or 2 very useful shortcuts in Pro Tools, and one of the things I like is to be able to fade up audio. So let's say for the first little bit of audio, let's say the first few seconds of audio, this bit, I would like Pro Tools to fade up that bit. So let's select the bit where I want it to be full volume, and then just simply hit the letter D on your computer, and that tells Pro Tools to fade up the audio, and you can see the fade has been marked into the score. So it will gradually get that louder. And let's say you want to do the exact opposite at the end of your audio. Pro Tools will guess this correctly. Just select where you want the fade to start happening. It could be perhaps the applause at the end of a concert, and you gradually want it to fade out and not suddenly stop. So select where you want to start fading from and hit the letter G. So that's another useful thing. Now let's quickly open the mixer and show you how you can affect the sonic qualities of the audio. Let's go to the mix window, and if you ever want to add things like EQ, go to the insert point, the place where you're going to add things, and let's choose to add an EQ into this track, and it will insert. You've got lots of choices. I'm going to choose a 4-band EQ, and there is a wonderful display of EQ. And now as I play the audio, the EQ will change. Let's just choose a point where we want to start playing from, and I'll just tweak the EQ so you can hear. So you can see what I'm doing. I've chosen part of the frequency band. Basically very low frequencies would be over here and very high would be up here. And you can choose any part of the frequency spectrum. This particular thing is called a 4-band EQ. So I can pick up that bit, or I can pick up the very high frequencies, the very low frequencies, or the mid-low frequencies. And I can cut or boost frequencies. And this is a fantastic way of improving the playback of your audio. One other obvious thing that you might want to do, let's open the mix window one last time, is add some reverb. Reverb is the simulation of a real room. So you might have recorded something in a very dry acoustic. Turn on the reverb, and this will give you lots of choices for turning up or down reverbs. I can choose a hall or a church or a plate or a room and so forth. And I can also choose how much reverb is being applied to the track. And once again, play the audio and see how much you like. So as you vary the slider, you'll hear the reverb changing. So lots of things you can do with audio, and we'll move on now and look at some MIDI information too.